Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Yada Awakening's wife, Divine Queen, Yada announces the split after nearly 8 years, alleges domestic violence, and shares disturbing texts.
I'm ashamed, I'm hurt, but I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada, everything. I'm here getting the rest of my stuff. I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, I'm hurt.
The text messages. Just FYI, I have to find a way to get my mouth fixed fast. The night you hit me broke off the rest of my tooth, and I've been having severe pain since. If it gets infected, it will cause my breast milk to become infected. Mind you, she's only 8 weeks postpartum, so she had a baby 2 months ago. Go to Dr. Dave. That's the best bet at the best price. Now, the thing that I want to point out to that is he didn't say, I didn't do that. He didn't say that. He told her how to get it fixed. I need y'all to understand that this is a conversation between him and her. You were supposed to be there with me. You were supposed to always be my safe space. I hate that you did this to our family. Have a good day, Yada.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I tried everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you, though. That's what I would say.
And if you were to never...
After nearly 8 years, I have made the difficult decision to end my relationship with the father of my children and step into a new chapter of life. For years, I believed love meant fighting for your family. I gave my all to our home, children, businesses, and even protected his reputation. I kept believing that if we could make it through one more difficult season, peace would meet us on the other side. But at 8 weeks postpartum, looking at bruises on my face, I had to stop calling it a difficult season and tell myself the truth. It was DV. My 20s were filled with businesses, babies, and bruises. Building, giving, forgiving, leaving, returning, healing, hoping. I didn't leave because I stopped loving him. I left because I realized that if I continue to stay, eventually I will drown. The hardest part has been grieving a future that I imagined for our children. But one day they will understand I chose their safety and my peace over a love story. I learned that people can change and people can heal, but you don't have to lose yourself waiting for them to do it. I don't share this for sympathy or to tear anyone down. What happened is a part of my story, but it will never become my identity, and then blah, 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 into all this other stuff. He never denied it he didn't deny it in those texts. That was not the first time that I have heard whispers of that being his MO with exes and things of that nature. Okay. This is why I say it's a red flag when men be coming up talking about some queen and this and that, because it don't be real. It don't come from a real place. It doesn't come from a realistic place. I give my wife $250,000. Boy, shut up. Don't nobody want to hear that. And here is my thing for her and women like her in these particular situations. When they get into a situation thinking that it is a fairy tale and a dream, the women that go for the dream, nightmares happen when you sleep too. Nightmares are categorized as dreams as well. Nightmares are dreams. They just bad ones. Stop trying to get into a relationship that look too good to be true, because oftentimes it is. It ain't nothing free. Ain't no such thing as something for nothing. Ain't no such thing as a man just wants you around him and he gonna be doing this, that, and third, and just give you the whole world, and he don't want you to do nothing but just sit there. That's a problem too. Even if he was to say, all I want you to do is just sit there and I'll do everything else, that's problematic. That's problematic. What you mean you just want me to sit here and not think, or sit here and not be? What does that mean? You don't want me to do nothing. Want me to do what exactly? What don't you want me to do? How are you looking for me to not participate? Any man that tell you he don't want you to participate in this relationship in any meaningful way and he got you, that's a problem. Y'all always looking for some kind of lifestyle. Y'all are always looking for some kind of fantasy, some kind of forever after, and all of this foolishness that y'all look for. And then you ignore all the red flags that this person exhibit towards you, because you are so wooed in with whatever kind of business, money, swag, whatever it is that he is presenting to you that's got you all discombobulated. You want to get into relationships where you don't got to do nothing. You want to get into relationships where all you got to do is sit there and be cute, maybe have your baby or two, and then everything is smooth sailing. Life is not smooth sailing. Nothing in life happens like that. There is nothing in life that's worth having that don't require you to give something in order to receive it. So when you get in front of somebody and they tell you you ain't got to give me nothing, but I'll give you the world, that is a lie. Because Allah will give us everything, but he want obedience and submission. That's what he want. It's always, you got to pay something to get something. You got to pay what you weigh around here. And y'all are too busy trying not to do it. Y'all are too busy thinking that the exes are always lying. You don't know nothing about the previous relationship except what he told you. You don't know nothing about that woman. You don't know nothing about what him and that woman have gone through. You got to be careful with somebody that all they exes was the problem. So you ain't the problem. Every ex was a horrible problem. So you ain't the problem. So you not the problem. You the common denominator, but you ain't the problem. Wrong answer. Something wrong. But this is what happens when you trying to get into these fantasy situations where he just gonna shower you with all these gifts and all you gotta do is sit there and be pretty. And girl, shut up. Because when you get into relationships as to where you ain't working as well in some kind of capacity in this relationship matching energies, that's a problem. That's a problem. You can't get into a relationship with a man and don't pull no weight, because he's going to have one of two reactions to that. He's either going to feel underappreciated because you don't pull your weight in this relationship and he has to do everything. So then he's going to feel underappreciated about that and disrespected about that. He's going to be unhappy in this relationship because he's ended up doing everything and you don't really pull your weight there. So he's not going to like that relationship. Or the other thing that he gonna do is figure he own you because you don't do nothing in this relationship and he pulled all the weight. So he paid the cost to be the boss. And you don't know what being the boss mean to him.